Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Life with Brian. Hope everyone's having a great day out there. I am with my 2011 BMW 1M Coupe and wanted to do a quick 5 things video. Specifically, 5 things I aggressively tolerate about this very unique and special car, at least special to me. And just really love this orange, this Valencia Orange color. Definitely pops in the sun. And yeah, let's get started on 5 things. So the first thing I aggressively tolerate about my BMW 1M Coupe, guys, is this color, this Valencia Orange. It was the press color of the vehicle. I think most of the 1Ms that were produced came in this Valencia Orange. The only other option you could get was white and black, I believe. But this was the most popular color. And prior to owning this car, orange, ironically, is my favorite color, but I don't own anything that's actually orange because, obviously orange is a bit of a obnoxious and kind of over-the-top color. I'm not wearing orange shirts every day or that sort of deal. But so I was a little bit hesitant in terms of going off of, just the photos, which I thought looked nice, but I was like, in person will be kind of loud or obnoxious, or just look like an orange going down the road. But the Valencia Orange, it has it's kind of a darker, a deeper orange, and I think it's a beautiful color. It completely suits this car. I've actually seen one other 1M on the road since I purchased this vehicle, and it was actually this color, which isn't surprising because it was the most common color for this very rare car. I think I want to say, actually, I'm going to check the numbers on that, but I'm not sure. But obviously, this is a limited run vehicle, guys. It was only produced for the 2011 year. BMW really didn't think they were going to make much money on it. It was kind of a parts bin car, kind of thrown together by the guys at the M division who just wanted a smaller car, harkening back to the older M3s. You kind of throw around and be nimble and have fun and not be bloated and fat like the newer M cars are becoming, and end up having a cult following, and people just bought it left and right. And actually now these cars hold their value and sell for above their MSRP, which is very unique for BMWs of this era. So but yeah, this color is definitely the first thing I aggressively tolerate about this car. Staying with the exterior, guys, the second thing I aggressively tolerate about my BMW 1M are the signature quad exhaust pipes in the back. I had a E92 M3, and I was so excited when I got that car because I always loved this signature quad exhaust from the M3s. And that's just older generations as well. I just loved seeing those cars going down the road because I knew it was an M because of the quad exhausts, and which actually makes it easier to tell when it's not a real M. Sometimes people stick like, M or whatever, the M sticker, M badging on like a regular BMW or whatever, which is fine, whatever, still a nice car. But obviously the dead giveaway is, does it have the quad exhaust? So I love the quad exhaust look, especially on the 1M. I think the proportions and everything, it just makes it look very, very menacing, like it's just ready to kind of blast off and go. Love that look. So yeah, that's definitely the second thing that I aggressively tolerate about this car. Still on the exterior, guys, the third thing I aggressively tolerate about my 1M are the signature flared wheel arches. Very fat, very thick, but not over the top, or it kind of looks aftermarket or anything, but it definitely gives the car a more aggressive stance. A lot of people have compared it to kind of looks like a bulldog. Maybe, yeah, maybe, but it definitely gives it more of that aggressive look, like it's ready to pounce. Obviously makes it stand out from the base one, 320i, I think it was, and the 335, or actually no, I'm sorry, 128 and the 135. I believe those were the different trims. But yeah, the wheel arches, I think, obviously are very unique, very characteristic, and unique to this 1M coupe, and it's something where, again, you see those flared, those bulging wheel arches, you immediately know that you are looking at a 1M, and really, 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 really love that design cue. And I'm glad they added that, you know, and didn't just stick with the base 1 series and just kind of throw a different engine or kind of more power into it. So definitely it gives the looks and the overall dimensions that the flared wheel arches give this car. Going to the interior, guys, the fourth thing I aggressively tolerate about the BMW 1M is this M button. Now, when I got the car, I read that this M button basically just gives you like a temporary increase, a temporary boost of torque. So like if you're, you know, merging onto the freeway or need to pass someone, or, you know, you're doing a Fast and Furious race and you need to win, press that M button and, you know, you get that extra little boost of torque. I forgot how much torque. I thought it was maybe 30 or something extra torque. But again, I could be making that up. I've also read that basically pressing this just like throttle remapping or something like that. Again, I could be completely making that up. But it was my understanding that this gives you kind of a temporary boost of torque. And you definitely feel it, you know, with the car accelerating forward more when you press that button. And again, I use it usually when I'm merging onto the freeway, or let me start the engine here. When I'm merging, or just basically need to overtake someone or overtake a slow driver. But yeah, I really like that button. And, you know, I think it's kind of cool, the fact that, you know, it's an M, you press it, you know, it's nothing like, it's kind of like, yep, that's me. Press the M button, you're in a 1M, you're in an M car, press the M button, get a little bit more torque, get a little bit more power, get going a little bit faster. But yeah, I always found that was kind of a nice little cool touch to the car, and definitely easily one of my favorites about the car, but the fourth thing I aggressively tolerate about my BMW 1M. The fifth and final thing, guys, that I love, not even aggressively tolerate, but love about this car is the legendary shifter. I think it's probably the best shifter I've ever driven. Definitely the probably the best shifter I've ever owned as well. It's very, very buttery smooth. Give you guys a sense here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. It's so easy to manipulate, guys. I mean, literally, you can shift with like 2 fingers. It's just so smooth, so smooth. I remember the first time I drove this car, I was like, oh my God, Doug Demuro is right. This is like the perfect shifter. And again, with BMWs and with BMWs and other cars, that's not always the case. I had an E92 M3. The shifter was very notchy, very rubbery, kind of long throws. I hated the shifter. And actually, that's the main reason I got my M3, because I wanted to have a manual again. And I hated that shifter. This one is the complete opposite of what that M3 was. Again, just very short throws, buttery smooth. Like I always say, like if you look up buttery smooth in Merriam-Webster, this is the 1M shifter. It's just amazing. Like, why can't all companies do a shifter like that? Clutch is super light, very easy to manipulate, not heavy at all, but this shifter is amazing. If you guys have never driven a 1M, and you know, definitely try to borrow a friend, rent one, whatever, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But this is legendary for a reason. And yeah, I just love shifting this car. And definitely my favorite thing about this car, hands down, is this incredibly smooth, buttery smooth shifter. So that's the fifth thing I aggressively tolerate. So those are the 5 things, guys, that I aggressively tolerate about the BMW 1M. I was checking the numbers because I don't want to give you guys wrong information. So there was about 6,300 of these made for North America and Europe. So there's not a lot of them. I've only seen one other one on the road, which is also on Valencia Orange. So again, it's a slight unicorn. You know, it's like an Enzo or something like that, or a F1. But you know, they're not ubiquitous. You're not gonna see them everywhere on the road, that's for sure. And those are the 5 things that make me really love this car. It's a unique car. It's a fun car. It's a light car. It kind of harkens back to the age and the era where you know, everything wasn't bloated and heavy engines and lots of tech and just extra stuff and bloat that was thrown into the car. This was all about the driver's experience, the car for the enthusiast, just to, as Doug Demuro said, get in the car and drive. And this completely epitomizes that. This is the perfect representation of that ethos and of people wanting to have that in a car. So I love this car, really love this car. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Please give the video a thumbs up, comment below, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for supporting the channel so far, and hope to catch you guys in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.